opportunity comes, I'll go for it. I'll go for it. You see, this lady, I've forgotten her name. Australia. Only those people have further contribution, because I've been contributing, to the development of Oyo State. Raise the bar of governance, of good governance in Oyo State. The ultimate of good governance is to meet the needs of the people, provide quality services to the people, and the services must be provided promptly too at affordable prices.
Mr. Sojenade, thank you for speaking with Flash FM.
You're welcome.
And that's it on Insight for this week. We do hope you will join us next Sunday at 4 p.m. for another insightful edition of Insight here on Splash 105.5 FM. For inquiries and comments, you can reach me via email on sakinola@splashfm1055.com. My Twitter handle is @SheungOmoAkinola. 0811-2494-231 0811-2494-231 for us.
More on the Integrity Station.
Andrew and Alex with BBC Minute.
The coffin with the body of Queen Elizabeth II has arrived at her palace in the Scottish capital, Edinburgh.
The 6-hour journey that started at another palace where she died on Thursday saw the convoy pass through several towns and villages in northern Scotland, with many people lining the streets to pay their respects.
She's to remain in Edinburgh until Tuesday, when her body will be flown to London in preparation for her funeral on the 19th of September.
In other news, French President Emmanuel Macron has urged his Russian counterpart, President Putin, to withdraw his soldiers from the Zaporizhzhia nuclear plant.
There have been fears of a nuclear disaster, with continued fighting around the Russian-occupied plant, which is the largest in Europe.
In the US, there's been ceremonies to commemorate the September 11th terror attacks.
More than 3,000 people died in 2001 when Al-Qaeda militants hijacked planes to destroy the Twin Towers in New York and hit the Pentagon in Washington.
And in Formula One, Max Verstappen has won the Italian Grand Prix to extend his lead on the driver's table.
15:59
Quick, charge at 240.
Hot news, cool vibes, sports, and more on the Integrity Station.
All families go through difficult times. Experiencing occasional problems and conflict is normal. In an effort to recognize the diversity of families, on Family Matters, we will be focusing on issues which pivot around families as well as children empowerment. Tune in to Splash 105.5 FM every Sunday from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. as we help you understand the challenges confronting today's families on Family Matters with Babylicious. Good family relationships require quality time, communication, teamwork, and appreciation. Let us create a conducive platform for your family to thrive on Family Matters with Babylicious every Sunday on Splash 105.5 FM, 5 to 6 p.m. Family Matters, your one-stop family radio show.
Good evening to you. Thank you so much for joining us once again. Today is another beautiful Sunday, the 11th day in the month of September 2022. This is Splash 105.5 FM, and yes, we're broadcasting live from the brown city of Ibadan, or your state capital. My name is Blessing Agbeetan. You know that you can always call me Babylicious. This is where I get to welcome you to another beautiful edition of Family Matters. Just in case this is the first time you're joining us on a show like this, this is that radio show where we get to talk about the issues that affect today's family. And many times we get to read chronicles that have been sent in by individuals who want you to advise them. Some other time, we bring experts from various fields to come talk to us about what we need to know as individuals, as family members. And yes, sometimes we also get to talk about support conversations with the hope of helping us as individuals and, of course, as family members. The last time we met on the show, we talked about some of the things that we should discuss just before getting married. We said it is important for us to talk about forgiveness. It is important for you to let your partner into what your love language is. That is, try as much as possible to understand how your partner wants to be loved. And you should also take a step further to explain how you want to be loved to your partner. This is very important. We also talked about finance. It is important that you discuss who is doing what in the house, or how do we do the ratio. Is it going to be 70-30%? Is it going to be 60-40? Is it going to be 50-50? You need to discuss the ratio of your financial capabilities in the house. It is important. We also talked about the fact that it is important for you to know how your partner manages finance. What is your partner's view when it comes to finance? It is important that you ask questions. It is important that you try to find answers just before you say yes you do to that one person that you want to spend the rest of your life with. Anyways, today on the show we're talking about something extremely different. It is a menace that is gradually eating deep into our society, and before we know it, if we are not careful, it is going to be a norm in our society. And it has to do with how our religious centers, places of worship, try as much as possible to abuse the children that have been kept under their care. We know that before now, many times we see religious centers as a safe place, a place where we feel so secured. But the truth is, there has been a change in the narrative. These religious centers are gradually becoming the den of abuse and assault. There have been many reported cases about, children who were assaulted by their pastors, by their religious leaders, and all of that. I came across this particular one in March this year. Elijah Eminendu, a pastor at the Chapel of Revelation Ministry located at Ajeromi area of Ajegunle, was arrested by operatives attached to Ajeromi Division Lagos Police Command for allegedly raping 3 siblings who were members of his church. Now, according to reports, it was said that the pastor raped these 3 brothers, brothers, on several occasions under the guise of releasing the power of God into them. Just last week, I came across a particular one again. A 48-year-old pastor of the Lighthouse Gospel Church, Oluwo Owodiegba, Pastor Michael Abiodun, he was arrested by men of Ogun State Police Command for allegedly defiling and impregnating the 12-year-old daughter of a member of his church. Now, according to reports, it was said that the suspect was arrested following information received at Owodiegba Divisional Headquarters that the victim's mother joined the church as a result of a spiritual problem that led to the deaths of 2 of her daughters. Now, in a bid to prevent the victim from the same calamity, she decided to run to the church for deliverance. On a fateful day, the pastor, who is a father of 3, asked the victim's mother to send her to him for special prayers. But on getting there, the pastor took her into a room within the church and forcefully had carnal knowledge of her, which resulted in pregnancy. Now, the shocking part of this is that this particular girl was a JSS2 student, and the mother had no clue that her daughter was pregnant until when she had passed 7 months. She has delivered already. I think it is after she delivered that, they decided to report the case to the police. Well, he confessed to have been the one who disvirgined the victim. Don't forget, I said a JSS2 student. Now, this leaves me with a question. How long do we go on with this one? Should parents still trust anyone to take care of their children? Is it even right for parents to leave their children in the care of a religious leader? I just told you 2 out of the many cases happening out there that we don't even get to hear about. I also read one recently. A Nigerian pastor in the UK was jailed, I think last week or so, for, assaulting several women in his church and, of course, children. Sexually assaulting his members. I mean, we have all of these cases on and on and on and on. Many of them don't make it to the media, so we don't get to talk about them. But the question is, should parents still trust anyone to take care of their children? Is it right for parents to leave their wards in the care of a religious leader? 0809-155-1055, 0805-699-8678, 0706-949-3000. Those are the numbers to call to be a part of the conversation. What we're talking about today is leaving our children with religious leaders or leaving our children under the care of religious leaders. Yay or nay? Do you think it is the right way to go? Should we continue in this trend, considering the fact that most of these children are being abused by these fake religious leaders? Let me just put the fake in quotes. Fake religious leaders. Should we still continue in that trend of leaving our children in the care of religious leaders under the guise of, we want them to be spiritually sound, or we want them to be delivered from a particular demon, we want them to, undergo certain training, or we want them to be mentored by these fake religious leaders? 0809-155-1055, 0805-699-8678, 0706-949-3000. Those are the numbers to call to be a part of the conversation. Anyways, let's go pick some bills. When I return, it will be time to take your calls on the show for today. This is Family Matters on Splash 105.5 FM.
Hello, kiddies!
Yes, Mr. Agbeetan.
The break is over and it's time to get back to school. That's right. This time, going back to school will be even more fun. With Capri-Sun, you get free pencils, erasers, sharpeners, and more in our free educate in every carton of Capri-Sun.
Get the exciting free Capri-Sun Educate when you buy a carton of Capri-Sun. T's and C's apply. Capri-Sun, the taste of fun.
Imagine a life with zero worries. Imagine a world where you're relaxed and free. Where all your dreams become
With Page Financial, you have zero worries when it's time to pay your bills, rent, school fees, and vacation. We'll be here making it easy for you.
Visit our website www.pagefinancials.com or call 017007243. Page Financials, taking you further.
Àríkẹ́ ojú rẹ̀ ṣe akọrẹ lọ báyìí.
Bọ̀dá wà sún ewé fílẹ̀ òjé alọ́jà òya.
Ọjà àyà bíi ti bó ó túmọ̀ sí pé ọmọ lo mama ATM sọ̀bù ẹnu.
Bọ̀dá wà sí ìwé dákun. Ewu tún ni mama ATM POS.
Mama ATM ní gbogbo ntajà tó ní sọ̀bù ń lò báyìí. Ìwọ wo sadé tó ní sọ̀bù nísàlẹ̀ ọjà lọ́hùn. Gbogbo gbala ń bára máa ń wo sọ̀bù rẹ̀ tọ́jà rẹ̀ sì ń yán kíákíá. Torí wípé ń lo Mama ATM POS. Ìyẹn nìkan kọ́ àwọn ń bára tó bá tó ara nǹkan lẹ́yìn dòdò sọ̀bù rẹ̀ àtúmọ̀ ara research card. Eléyìí tó tẹ̀ jáde lórí Mama ATM POS. Àwọn ń bára máa ń gbowó lórí Mama ATM POS machine. Wọ́n á tún fi owó sórí ìdìkúdà DSTV, GoTV àti StarTime lọ́dọ̀ rẹ̀. Sọ ti wá mọ ìdí tí sọ̀bù sadé fi gba ìbúbọ̀ ládùúgbò báyìí tó sì jẹ́ pé kò sí mọ́wọ́ ní fún gbogbo ń bára rẹ̀. Ọ̀jẹ̀ yára tètè lọ gba Mama ATM POS. Káwọn ń bára rẹ̀ mọ ìyá ń kẹ̀tíkẹ̀tí.
Ó ní ṣe wá gba Mama ATM POS machine.
Kàn sí Mama ATM ní nàbà 6A Ọ̀lànìyàn Fagbemi Street off Mobile Bus Stop lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ for Real Event Center Ìyàgànkú GRA Ìbàdàn. Nílùú Èkó Suite 18 Aláùsá Shopping Mall Ìkẹjà 0809-950-0554. Mama ATM gba owó pẹ̀lú ìrọ̀rùn.
As I get belle so, I suppose to dey take care of myself to make my body dey kakaraka.
Okay na, if you want make you and the pikin wey dey your belle tranga well, make you dey take iron and folic acid medicine every day when you get belle. When you take iron and folic acid, your blood no go short and the pikin wey dey your belle go dey do well. Plus say make you dey visit health center wey near you for antenatal care. This message na from ARIM Project, Federal Ministry of Health.
Are you satisfied with the level of your sales? Would you want to increase your customer base? Why not come do business with us at Splash FM 105.5 and we will help expose your products, goods and services to our audience. Visit us today at our corporate head office, White House at Felele Ibadan, or call Tokwe on 0805 699 8685. Bukola on 0805 699 8713. Femi 0811 249 4234. You can also transact business at our Lagos office, number 1 Adebayo Akonde Center, Oba Akran Road, Ikeja, Lagos. Call Yetunde on 0805 699 86 or email us at traffic@splashfm105.5.com. You would be glad to do business with us.
Families go through difficult times. Experiencing occasional problems and conflict is normal. In an effort to recognize the diversity of families, on Family Matters, we will be focusing on issues which pivot around families as well as children empowerment. Tune in to Splash 105.5 FM every Sunday from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. as we help you understand the challenges confronting today's families on Family Matters with Babylicious. Good family relationships require quality time, communication, teamwork, and appreciation. Let us create a conducive platform for your family to thrive on Family Matters with Babylicious every Sunday on Splash 105.5 FM, 5 to 6 p.m. Family Matters, your one-stop family radio show.
All right, glad to know that you're there tuned into your integrity station. This is Family Matters on Splash 105.5 FM. 0809-155-1055, 0805-699-8678, 0706-949-3000. Hello.
Good evening, Precious.
Good evening, sir.
Oyeladele is my name.
Good to have you on the show this evening, sir.
I listened to your question. I'm a cleric, and I want to say what you have laid down is beyond just cleric issues. We are in a very terrible time, and there is a sexual explosion. We need to be very careful nowadays as parents, most especially parents of girls' children, what we expose our children to. No matter how close somebody is to you, either as a relation, either as a pastor, or whatever, parents should be very careful in whose custody they allow their girl children. The terribleness of the situation we are in now is such that you don't even know who to trust.
Yes.
And there is sort of indignity, even from quarters that one will have least expected. So it is very important for parents to be closer to their girl children, to give them sexual education, and to watch them very thoroughly and befriend them in guiding them in life. So it's not the issue. In the first instance, why will you want to give your girl child to a pastor to look after? Is it because that girl is wayward? Is it that you want the girl to pursue academics? Is it because you don't have the time? Whoever has given birth to children should create time to thoroughly disciple them, to thoroughly nurture them to becoming responsible citizens, responsible adults. We shouldn't share our responsibility to teachers, to schools, to institutions. Talk less of giving your children to pastors to look after for you. Is it because they are pastors that you think they are angels? A pastor is a man of God. He's not God. I keep telling people. So maybe at times we overrate people. Maybe at times we think many people possess what ordinarily we know they do not possess. So the truth of the matter is, we as a people, we as parents, we need to redouble our effort at such a time as we are in now in making sure that we face our responsibility. Parenthood is responsibility. We must not share our responsibility for any reason. That's why you should give back to the number of children and couple to work out a situation where, if need be, if there is a need for maybe the mother to stop working, to look after the children for a while, a period of 5-7 years, till they come to some level of maturity, it should be considered. Not in a way where we now share our responsibility to have ourselves to blame later on. So to directly answer your question in summary, I think it is not advisable for any parent to leave their girl children in the care of anyone. They are eggs, and you should treat them carefully in such manner to make that they are not exposed. Good afternoon.
Thank you so much, Reverend Kuye, for that one. I do appreciate you. 0809-155-1055. 0805-699-8678, 0706-949-3000. Those are the numbers to call to be a part of the conversation. So just in case you're tuning in right about now, this is Family Matters on Splash 105.5 FM, and we're talking about the rate at which fake religious leaders abuse the children who have been kept under their care. So I asked the question, should parents still trust anyone to take care of their children? Is it right for parents to leave their wards in the care of a religious leader? Hello, good evening.
Good evening. This is Jude from Oniriki.
Hi, Jude. Good to have you on the show this evening.
Yeah.
Please
so
go.
Your question, it's not advisable. Like the last caller, at this moment, it is not. It's a no-go area for me. But I would like to counter what the last caller said. It is not only the girl child now.
Yes. The first story I read on the show, three boys were abused by their pastor.
So do not leave any of your young children with anybody. You are parents. You should look for time for them. You should be their first guidance. They will know. You should be their only friend, in fact, till they are matured enough. So that's what I have to say. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much for that one. I do appreciate you. 0809-155-1055. 0805-699-8678. 0706-949. 3000. Those are the numbers to call to be a part of the conversation. The truth is, some parents abandon their children with religious leaders because of, spiritual issues they may claim that such children possess. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, good evening.
Hi, Ahmed. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good to have you on the show.
I the other two callers said, I do agree with them that we should not leave your kid in the custody of any other party, especially the stranger, even those your family members were. I should also let the kid know that they should not trust people around them easily. Don't just trust anybody around you. And let them be contented as well. Teach them morals. Teach them how to speak up. Teach them how to be friendly with you. And you should not be a missing dad or mom in your kid's life. Be their best friend. Always be there for them. Let them talk to you easily. Don't just be a parent. Don't have this relationship of masters and slavery with your kids. Let them be open-minded when it comes to talking to you. I agree with you that there are some people who call themselves men of God. They are not men of God. They are God of men. It's not God that called them. They are the ones that call themselves, calling themselves men of God. And I also use this medium to appeal to our parents as well, that they should desist from seeing their religion, fathers,
as the
mothers,
ultimate
as demigod. We believe that some women that even have trust in their men of God and their husband. If they are no pastor or afar imam tell them now, I refuse eat for 3 days, they won't even ask why. They just keep up with that promise. They will listen to the pastor or afar. And my pastor said this thing. They won't listen to their husband at home. I think parents need to see these men of God that they are human like
they are human like us.
They are human like. I don't know why full goal. Men we have kind of knowledge of a little. What's the attraction there? What's the attraction? I don't push me. I think parents need to be more there for their kids. For they are more there. If you don't allow this man of God to carry their kid as well, and you shouldn't leave them in the custody of this man of God or Alpha or Imam. Just monitor your kid by yourself. Even if you don't have a responsible husband, don't trust your kid with your husband. Even your male, like the other caller said, it's not only about the girl child. We have family, same-sex disease, that a man of God can abuse boys, a woman of God can abuse girls as well. That's it for me.
All right.
Nobody has to entrust their kids because of the other property. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Ahmed, for that one. So Ahmed is of the opinion that parents should not entrust their children under the custody of another person entirely from both of them. 0809 155 1055 0805 699 8678 0706 949 3000. Those are the numbers to call to be a part of the conversation. So what do you think? Is it even right for parents to leave their wards in the care of a religious leader? Sometimes you hear parents say funny things like, you have this particular spiritual problem. You have to go and stay with my pastor. My pastor needs to deliver you from your spiritual warfare. And because of that, most times, all these religious leaders tend to take advantage of such children. Hello?
Hello, good evening.
Hi, good evening.
This is Chibike calling from Ologweru.
Hi, Chibike. Good to have you on the show this evening.
Thank you. Well done.
Thank you.
It seems our parents have failed in a way that how could a woman wait for up to 7 months before noticing that her daughter is pregnant?
In fact, I don't even know.
Eh? She's not looking at the body.
She didn't even notice until when the daughter had,
What kind of world are we in now? At least our parents our parents of 90s, 70s, they are more more educated. That's why that they did not go attend any school, but they are more educated on how to do monitor small children. Okay, imagine now a parent is watching a film that is meant maybe parents PG 16, and you allow your children watching the film with you. And once maybe they want to have something like a romantic stuff, you change it. So, do you think that when they are there alone watching it, that they will change it by themselves? They pretend to be holier. Meanwhile, they pretend to be holier. But what they need to teach the younger children, they're doing. And end of the day, they will start to blame the devil. Okay, you are trusting pastor. You are taking pastor as your God. Pastor will tell you this. Your husband is this. Now, your husband cannot have control over the family again. It's what the pastor said now that you are taking in your family. So we have to change our psychology, our psyche. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much for that one. I do appreciate you. 0809 155 1055 0805 699 8678 0706 949 3000. Hello, good evening. Hello. Hi, good evening. All right, please do well to call me back. 0809 155 1055 0805 699 8678 0706 949 3000. Those are the numbers to call to be a part of the conversation. All right, let's take this particular call. Hello? Please turn down the volume on your radio.
Okay. Good afternoon.
Hi, good evening.
This is John from 11.
Hi, John. Good to have you on the show this evening.
Thank you very much. Concerning the topic we are discussing, the first person that a clear statement. It's not just only pastors, it's not just only a man, but whosoever. I had a quiet situation in my house recently. A small girl that was brought into my house began to teach my children things that are not right. It's not a pastor, it's not a man. But who are we leaving our children with?
Yes.
So, but at the other side, leaving our children with pastor, a man, we need to correct that. Somebody, the last caller, made another statement. If your child has a problem, take the person to pastor. After praying, take the person back to your house and care for the person. That is not a hospital. If you want to keep your child you can put the person in a hospital and pastors can just come there to make some prayers. So there are some mistakes that we are making that we continue to say is the devil, is the devil. It's not the devil.
We keep making the mistakes.
It's not the devil. Because our people normally say that he's only the person that rivers see that he can eat, that can get drowned. So because when we continue to just make that, it seems as if the pastors are bad people, they are human, like some people have said. I talking to you, I'm a pastor, I have a church. But that does not mean that somebody will bring somebody and keep in my house or keep in the church. Take care of your person. If he needs prayer, pastors are there. There are men of God. There are two men of God. Let us not just take because let us not generalize it. Put it general. There are men of God. There are many men of God that have
this is not to say, this is not to say we don't have the real. That was why at some point I said fake in quotes, like fake religious leaders.